reviews, man. What we got for reviews? We have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant the motherfucking Mayhem.
Molly up your ass. We about to let it go 100 in this motherfucker.
Man, oh man. This shit was so good, man.
Where do we begin, man?
There was some things. You want me to get away with my nitpicks?
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff in there I didn't love.
I didn't like.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I can get away. They really didn't learn ninjutsu.
Yeah, Wii U.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just in case you haven't seen it, Wii U.
Yeah, I didn't love that either.
Yeah, they really didn't learn ninjutsu. It was more of kung fu with Jackie Chan.
Yeah, that and
this is a new thing that they're doing, and I'm kind of on the fence about it, where they have Splinter and they have Hamato Yoshi, where it's like, all right, it's the nigga that turned into a rat, and it's the rat that mutated. I don't know which one I like or don't like. I think I like Hamato turning into a rat, and then him already knowing it, and then being subjected to having to live in the sewers, and then finding turtles, and then teaching them.
Yeah.
But this whole like goofy way that they just, I found it in the book. I stole cable, and then I watched a bunch of jazzercise things, and then I found some weapons, and this is what they use. The book said this, so this is what we do. Yeah. But I mean, you got years to like hone it and craft it, but I don't think that's
I like the video one better than just the book.
Yeah.
Because at least you can see in motion. But yeah, it's like it doesn't make sense. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you could watch Kung Fu on a tutorials on YouTube and become an expert. I don't think so, because you need someone who knows what they're doing to correct your mistakes and show you all that kind of shit. And like, if we're being like, I mean, and I guess that's, if you want to inject real life into something that's not real life. So that I did not love. I was like, it worked okay for me, but I was like, I wish that Splinter, for whatever reason, just knew. Either he was in a cage while his master do karate, he do karate too, or whatever, or he's just a dude that got mutated into rat, whatever, and he already knew this art, and then he taught it to them.
Or if what would have been better if Splinter actually worked at TGRR or some shit like that.
He's a person.
He just so happens to learn like kung fu, and he just turned into a fucking rat and just got disbanded or some shit like that. That would have been cool. Yeah,
but
I don't like what they did to Baxter Stockman.
No, they just blew him up and said, "Deuces." He just killed him. It's like, I straight up.
I did like the beginning though. I did like how that shit started.
Yeah,
I did like how that shit. They was raided the building. I was like, "Oh, this shit get real."
They go crazy. Like, there can only be one Negro in this movie, and it's gonna be April.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, so you got to go, my brother.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. Everybody started out black. Like all the humans started out black except for Casey Jones in the beginning. I felt like the hip hop was too like heavy handed at some points. Like they used like the same song twice for a lot of shit. It was just a lot of hip hop references. Like, you know, they mentioned mad artists. They mentioned like just Drake and Missy and just a bunch of shit. I'm like, I mean, it kind of makes sense. They are teenagers that live in New York. I'm glad they actually made them teenagers that live in New York. And they use teenage New York slang.
Yeah, I think that was probably the best decision they made, and for this movie, was actually having them be because you know it's not something you really think about, but like it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but they're usually like 18, 19, or at least that's their parents. They're like, these are grown adult men. Are like having them actually be like actual teenagers
that have to grow up.
Yeah, added something to it, like just because they're like added something different that I'm not used to seeing with that, and I was like, I think that was a really, really good decision to do that.
Mm-hmm. What else didn't I like?
I didn't love Bebop and Rocksteady being good guys towards the end.
Yeah,
I was like,
everybody being like brothers or family. I don't think I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah, I didn't love that. I was like, I get it, but these also like iconic, like they're Rogues Gallery villains, and now they're like, oh, we're best friends, buddy. Yeah. But
everybody was made in a lab.
Yeah. So I was like,
I wasn't too hell bent on that. It was just the whole friends thing of it. So I was like, okay, so how you gonna switch them?
Yeah, so we can never use them again.
Yeah,
so this is it, and so they're not gonna be like major threats for them.
Yeah,
but this is their version of Turtles and whatever they're gonna do. So it is what it is, and then I'm sure there's more characters they could pull from for future. I mean, obviously, if you saw the movie,
I mean, they could just make up characters if they want to.
Yeah, especially the mutants and shit. I don't know what else. I think that was probably it for me. That shit I didn't like.
It was some shit at the end too.
What?
I don't like how they integrated into school like that.
Oh,
now I just wanted the mystique of them still being,
in the shadows.
Yeah, not really accepted like that.
Yeah,
but I get it. Is it?
Yeah,
get for
that's what kind of happened in the TV show.
Yeah,
it was like people knew of them.
Yeah,
they were there.
It's just one of those things to where you're not in the shadows anymore, so you don't have to be in the shadows. So I don't know how it's gonna work for the second one.
I mean, they're coming out with a show, I think, on Paramount Plus. So it's gonna. I guess they're they're filling in the gaps when they're not on the movie screen. So that should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, outside of that, I loved it.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with it at all. Like
fucking the jokes were flying and they were like topical, was well written. I was like, oh, this is chef kiss.
Or
like,
was it written? A lot of that shit sounded ad lib when they was talking about, I'm about to put on my Tim, and doing that shit.
They said the ad lib
in New York. They're not fucking Rhodes scholars, like they're actual teenagers growing up in New York, and this is their first taste of like the actual world being above ground for something other than stealing food or stealing supplies or some shit like that. Like they're actually talking to people, they're having fun. They're teenagers. They need to be outside and experience life. So,
I saw an interview with them. The actors did say that they improvised that scene.
It seemed like it.
Yeah,
they had them ad lib a lot of stuff. There was a scene. A lot of the scenes that they wanted to ad lib a lot of stuff, but they said it slowed the scene down, so they cut out a lot of stuff.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. It still had good pacing though. I know Ice Cube was ad libbing shit because this nigga.
He's saying whatever.
Yeah, he's like, you know what I did to him? I fucking mollywopped him. Then fucking Leo was like, okay, so let's say if we don't go with the plan. He was like, what you talk about, man? Like, you about to have me go 100. Oh, that shit was funny though. Yeah, that shit was funny.
Yeah, making Ice Cube Superfly. Superfly, they made up a character because he's not a character that I know of in Ninja Turtles lore. So you could actually do this and just make up things and make up people.
Mondo Gecko was funny.
Yeah, Mondo Gecko was funny. Everybody else was always there, like Ray Fillet, played by Post Malone.
Yeah, that nigga was singing. He said, "All I want to do is sing."
Yeah, Paul Rudd was Mondo Gecko.
Oh, he was.
I thought it was like Andy Samberg.
Couldn't tell. Couldn't tell. I'm surprised they had Wingbat in it, nigga.
Oh yeah, Wingbat. So yeah, they had Wingbat, Leatherhead, Scumbug. I didn't like the Scumbug and Splinter thing.
Oh, you want him to find Logo?
Nah, what? I don't know.
Rats need flybys too. Cool, you know what I mean?
But like Scumbug wasn't that in the show.
It is now.
Oh man, that shit was funny though. Yeah, it was funny with fucking Splitter's hate for humans made sense. He was like, "Oh, they're gonna catch you and they're gonna milk you."
And then what is that machine? I told you they're gonna milk you.
Oh man. No, but that makes sense how he doesn't really fuck with humans like that, and Superfly and him kind of had like a correlation. It's like, yo, you don't like humans neither. Like, you understand where I'm going from? Help me.
Yeah, I learned to like him after a while.
Yeah, that shit was cool. April was cool. Like the whole throwing up shit was funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
She was crazy. She was going.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn.
Like, it was like projectile. But
yeah. I was like, God damn, son. The action was really good too. That's the other thing. Like I think they took the time with some of those fight scenes, like the like when they're in
the warehouse.
When Splinter was in the warehouse,
when it was changing like between the backgrounds and the fight scenes. Yeah, this
is good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yeah, man, that shit is the bee's knees.
Yeah, I can't really get mad at Seth Rogen. I don't want to.
Yeah, like I watched this
anymore
and had like a smile on my face the whole time, just like, this is good, man. This is like so good, and I was like. And it's not like I expected it to be bad. It's just like I was like, I didn't expect it to be. I guess I just didn't expect.
You didn't know what to expect because you know the Turtles is one thing. So I was like, all right, how y'all gonna either elevate this or how y'all gonna fuck it up? Because we've seen it fucked up with the 10-foot turtles, and then we've seen it like great where I was like, I remember this. It was so much fun back then.
If you have not seen it, definitely check that shit out.
Yeah. My kids liked it too, which was I was kind of scared. Because my youngest was like, I don't want to go to the movies, and she didn't want to watch it. And she's used like her mind is like she's not used to like long form content. She's all about YouTube and clips and shit like that. So to actually see her sitting there watching a movie and be captivated the whole time, like there were no real lulls in the movie. Like even the dialogue, it had jokes, it had quips, it had stuff on screen to keep you captivated and stuff. So her watching it was like she didn't wander off at no point. Like she was like, I don't want to go to the movie, but then she's sitting there locked in. Eating popcorn and just like taking it all in. So that was dope to see. It was a full circle moment. I got to enjoy one of my favorite things with my kids, and they seemingly enjoyed it. What else was there?
You got Donnie's in the anime.
Oh yeah, Donnie's in the anime. The teenagers, Donnie's in the anime. Everyone has they're like coming. I think they're like 15. If I'm not mistaken. I heard somebody say
something about that.
15, so they're coming into their own. Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was just a good movie.
Yeah, it was just an all around good movie, man.
It's just a feel good movie.
Hope it does well in the box office. I really do. I hope it makes all its money back plus some.
I heard it made like at least 35 mil so far. I don't know how much the budget was.
You need it, but it needs more.
Yeah,
it's good. It's good. Like it's good. I want them to make a sequel.
I think they are, no matter what. Because like I said, where they're making that Paramount show where they fill in the blanks, did that lead to the next show? I mean, to the next movie.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just not leaving y'all just, hey, we gonna wait another 3 years before we put out anything Turtles. Do you guys like how they introduced the Shredder?
At the end. Yeah,
as like a hitman type of thing.
I don't like the hitman thing. I don't think I like the hitman thing.
Yeah, didn't love it, but because again, it what I'm used to is there's a connection between the Turtles and Shredder and Splinter and Shredder. Like that's what in my brain I want, and just him just being some assassin that's just gonna come and try to fight the Turtles, and then they're gonna have to fight him doesn't have quite the same oomph to it.
Yeah.
Now, granted, they could write something where it's like, oh, there's some more history here that we don't know about. But I don't know, but it doesn't really work with what they presented, especially with Splinter. The Splinter they presented, it doesn't really work. So I don't love it, but if they do it good, I'll be like, hey, cool.
Unless he's a mutant too.
Yeah, which is a possibility. Because we didn't really get into it about the company a whole lot with that Baxter was working for. So there's there could be some background shit with that. I was expecting to see some alien shit with that, but they didn't delve into there. So maybe the next movie they'll do that and maybe tie it in that way or some shit like that.
Yeah, there was 2 iterations of Shredder I actually like. The first one was from the 1990s movie where he just had this clan that migrated from Japan into New York and they were just fucking shit up. But then there's another one in a cartoon where he's just this corporate figure who just so happened to do shit in the shadows. I like that version better because it makes more sense for it to be connected to the TGRI shit because there's money involved.
Which maybe could be the version they go with. You won't even know.
Yeah, if they do go to it, I don't know.
Hopefully they do. His secret identity, but during the day he runs that business.
Yeah.
At night he shreds.
Yep.
They could do what they did from I guess the 2005 cartoon. I want to say where he was an Ultron
Yeah.
So they could do that thing because Cindy Utrom, even though they didn't, kind of delve into her backstory, she was trying to, see what the fuck these mutants are or capture them or do something with them. Like she's trying to do something with the mutants. Like she's trying to, I guess, harvest their fluid or something and make like super mutants or super soldiers or something.
Milk them.
Yeah. She's trying to milk them. So Cindy Utrom, we don't know if she's actually what Krang is or not, but
yeah,
I think so. And
that's what I was expecting.
Just like a soldier just out there doing missions for her or something like that, and they could do the whole Krang and Shredder team up thing again.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting there to be like that reveal with her, but they never did that. So I was like, all right, maybe they're saving it, or it's just not a thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I would think they got to be saving it for like I think movie 2 is going to be all the big reveals of like plot lines and what is going to really like cement it going forward as to what the fuck is happening. This is just introducing the Turtles to the world. We'll get the Shredder, we'll get Casey Jones, we'll get more enemies, we'll get probably more fighting, we'll probably get a deeper story other than these are fun-loving teenagers and like, hey, it's some shit going on. We actually got to use these weapons.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, the budget is fairly cheap.
But
was it?
Yeah, it's 70 million. So they'll make that back. They'll make that back.
30. Just make that back plus more, hopefully.
If they made 30 in a weekend,
they could. They could.
You'd hope.
Yeah, so I would hope they're gonna do the right thing and make a sequel. I think they're thinking about making a trilogy, if I'm not mistaken. So,
I mean, if the next one comes out good, do it. I'm all for it.
I mean, they gotta keep this momentum going because the show's got to be good too.
Yeah, that too.
So the movie's good, shows are good. Leading up to movie number 2, I think they got something.
No.
I don't think they're ever gonna return to like Turtle Mania like it was back in the day, but it'll
Turtle Mania.
They called it Turtle Mania.
That's what it was.
They made literally everything turtle. Yeah. You couldn't find anything that you thought of had a turtle thing on it. Thermoses, mugs, backpacks, curtains, fucking floor panels. They had colored paint that was turtle color paint. They had every fucking thing.
So green.
There's like different shades of green though. It's like it's Leonardo green. This is Donatello Brown or something.
Oh, we ain't getting shit because we got in the middle of registry and shit. But
yeah, we ain't getting
oh yeah, I forgot about that. God damn it.
Yeah,
Hold the horses.